Township Clerk, and by posting the meeting notice on the bulletin board at the municipal building on December 4th, 2025, where it has remained posted since that date. A legal notice appeared in the Daily Record and the Newark Star Ledger on December 17th, 2025. Can we all stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Clerk Khaled Nadeem for the roll call and to read the agenda.
Thank you, Council President. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and go into the roll call. Mr. Karifi?
Here.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Here.
Mr. McGrath?
Here.
Ms. Patel?
Here.
Mr. Hernandez?
Here.
Also in attendance are Mayor Polka Desai, Township Attorney Joe DeMarco, and the Clerk Administrator Colette Madden. Council President, we have a quorum. May I continue, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Upcoming meetings, September 1st, 2026 at 7 p.m. is the agenda meeting. September 15th at 7 p.m. is the regular meeting. Moving along to ordinances, second reading and public hearing, ordinance 2026-31. An ordinance of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, County of Morris, State of New Jersey, establishing 2025 to 2028 salary ranges. The notice for ordinance 2026-31 was posted on the official website of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills on July 22nd, 2026, and introduced at the July 2026 regular meeting. Motion to accept ordinance 2026-31 be heard in its second and final reading.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. We're going to open up the public hearing. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2026-31?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, the floor is open to the public on this ordinance only, just on this ordinance only. You'll have your opportunity, Mr. Dolsky. Seeing no one, I now would like a motion to close the public hearing, please.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Thank you. Whereas the above ordinance was read in title on second reading and a hearing held thereon, now therefore be it resolved that said ordinance be passed on final reading and that notice of final passage of said ordinance be published in a newspaper according to law. Can I please have a motion to approve the resolution above?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to open up the public session.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi. Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Okay, the floor is now open to the public. You can speak on any matter. You have 5 minutes to speak. Please state your name. Thank you.
I just wanted to say that I heard some discussion.
There you go.
I just wanted to make mention of the discussion at the last council meeting regarding developing and passing an ordinance to control data centers. I really support the idea. I think it's extremely important, even though, we don't have any data centers that we know of that are being any applications for data centers. And maybe there aren't too many good places in Parsippany for them, which is one of the advantages of being overbuilt. But in any case, I think it's very important. And as I learned back in the 2016-17 timeframe when we were fighting Pilgrim Pipeline, if you want to have your ordinance be effective, you got to have it done before the property owner applies for permits. Because if they apply for permits first, your ordinance isn't going to apply. So I just want to say I think it's very important for us to protect ourselves and to do this sooner rather than later, and I will volunteer as much time and energy and expertise as I possibly can. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Anyone else?
Fasano, Sedgefield, 41 Robin Hood Road. I've requested several answers from January and have received none. Voting records, how do we turn around and get people's voting records? Because I'm getting asked about it. Do we have to alter them?
Voting records, when you say voting records, Mr. Pisano?
Town council, from their inspections. Also, I'm getting a lot of heat. What is the actual easement of the town? From the road, how many feet of the property? Because I'm getting different answers, and people are calling the, Public Works Department, calling the Parks Department about the trees that are dead and everything else that haven't been taken down. So is it 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet? The answer they got is actually have you take it down as a private owner or call JCP&L. So what is the actual answer? So I can turn around, have it, publicize it, hand it to these people who are complaining. Robert's Rule. Gentleman questioned it. To our Vice Council President, from the Supreme Court down, actually, you're supposed to be keeping time of everybody here under the 5 minutes. They can recall your time in the next meeting. Per the Supreme Court. Eminent domain, per Justice Roberts, eminent domain consists of economic and public use. So Embassy Suites could actually be taken over and stick us over the affordable housing needs. Eliminate town sanctuary. Other towns are voting it down and turning it over. Now, we are becoming a sanctuary state. We need to change it. Drug dealers are being arrested. They're killing our people. Maybe we should feed them their own stuff. Welfare requirements. Nobody can provide people and a list of 30-hour people that are on welfare that should be working. So there's some proof and documentation backing it up. Sorry to take up so much of your time.
What do you got, Mr. Pisano? Take a look at this.
I'm going to talk right into it so people in the back can hear. You're welcome. I just had a question about one of the properties that's going to be looked at by the planning board for an area in need of redevelopment, and that's the 199 Smith Road. And that's a hotel that used to be the Tara that was just purchased in June by Wyndham. So what's the reasoning for it to be now looked at as an area in need of redevelopment? That's my only question. Thank you.
I can,
Yes, can you, please?
yeah. So I don't think it was purchased by Wyndham Hotels. It was purchased by a, my understanding is it's purchased by a private group or private individuals. There's a concern that it may no longer be a hotel in the future. The Embassy Suites, which is right here, is now dark, right? So, and there is nothing worse than a empty building or a dark building, especially hotels, right? They just don't feel right or look right. So the desire or the thought process was to just get a little bit ahead of that. All it is to look at it as a possible redevelopment area. Don't know what the ultimate plan is, what they want the new owners. They have to talk about maybe changing its use to other things, maybe 55 and older, maybe assisted living or something along those natures. Yeah, right. So they're looking at it, right? But the hotel industry, I think, is the town is fairly aware of. We have a number of hotels, and they do not do well. They are not in the same state as they were before COVID, right? Business travel, less office buildings, less occupancy. So the town is trying to be proactive in just setting it up. Should they need to do something, it could shorten the time frame of an empty building or something to that effect. So all an area in need of redevelopment does is say, hey, that's an area that may need to be redeveloped. It doesn't change the zoning, it doesn't affect the zoning. That occurs when you authorize a redevelopment plan or something to that effect. So it's really being a little preemptive and looking at it in the future. because there is a fear that, it may no longer be a hotel.
Can I ask another question?
That's up to her.
Can I ask another question about that?
Sure, okay.
Because Wyndham or Dolce by Wyndham just purchased it in June. So it's interesting to me, I don't know what the purchase price was, but they bought this property and now they're looking to
So,
change the use.
like I said, the individuals that we met were not hotel operators.
Okay,
right?
well, it said Dolce by Wyndham is the owner, so,
It's a
or
private.
was the
I don't know if
purchaser.
that's a corporate thing with
Mhm.
regards to Sheridan changing the flag or something internal. The actual land property owner
Mhm.
is not a hotel entity.
Do we know the purchase price or no?
I
can
don't.
look it up, but,
You can, I don't.
When it
Okay.
comes, it'll come to planning board, and you'll know more, so it'll come to the planning board meeting.
Hi, Bill Shaw. Maybe just a follow-up question to that is, are they considering a pilot program for the future? That's it.
So I don't know if you want me to,
Oh, I just said, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, they haven't asked that,
Yeah.
right? It's really a town decision to look at it and be in a position, should it need to be developed, to be in control of the development.
But we haven't been approached with that, with those properties, I don't.
I mean, they came and inquire and advised us, I think they
Okay.
talked to the tax assessor and myself to say
Okay.
they were purchasing the property.
Hi, my name is Diana Palmieri. I live here in Parsippany. I have a couple of follow-up questions to that. One, we are looking at 4 different properties, 2 of which are on Littleton Road, which is an absolute nightmare for traffic. Okay? So when we look at these development projects, or you look at these development projects, are you taking into consideration the number of people that we keep bringing into the town without doing any upgrades to our infrastructure? Littleton Road is a 2-lane road that really cannot handle any more apartment-type complexes to travel on that road, not to mention how bad Route 10 is. Okay, to that end, I would ask that all of you look up, because our town is now becoming known as Apartment City. Okay, is that what we want for our suburban town? We can't keep putting up, because developers want to make money. Yeah, it's great for them. What does that do for the residents? It does absolutely nothing, okay? We raised our taxes by 8.9% to cover what we already had. You bring in all these additional people, and your costs are going to go up, right? And who's paying for that? People in an apartment? I don't think so. And we still haven't seen what we're getting from the pilot projects. I am not only concerned about pilots. I am concerned about the fact that this town is now having way, way too many apartment complexes. It's not good for the town. I'm sorry. So I have a question regarding what is happening to, it says cancel unexpected dedicated balances of the general capital appropriations. Where's that money going that was in this budget?
Do you know, I wanted to ask Angelica, but.
Yeah, I mean, those are old, my understanding is those are old capital ordinances that have fund balances, they get canceled, and then depending if they were part of notes that were issued, they get canceled, and any money gets swept into surplus.
Okay, so then will they go into a general fund towards next year's budget to help keep costs down?
That is what surplus does.
Okay, that, I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
So routinely, you go back like 5 or 10 years and you look at to say, okay, that truck that we bought that we thought was going to cost 50,000, we actually bought it for 48. There will be 2,000 left over, or things of that nature. That's just an example, but the CFO then sweeps that clean to clean up the books,
That makes sense.
and any money gets put into surplus, and then surplus is available for next year to offset
Or could it pay for the trucks you're going to approve tonight?
Correct. That's what.
That would be a wonderful
Yeah.
thing. So then my next comment is about the change org site. Great idea, except for the fact that change org, and it's in their terms and conditions, will track your IP address. They say they will sell it to Amazon, Google, or other providers, okay? If we're gonna put something out there that says, oh, it's good for the town, well, you should be also putting out here, here's the caveats. Because not for nothing, Mr. Mayor, I don't want to be tracked. And I don't want any organization taking my email or IP address and sending me more junk mail than I already received. That kind of defeats my purpose. I would rather pick up the phone and have a conversation with you. Or the town can create a survey monkey and let people go on and answer it that way. But this way it stays within our town and they don't get to use it for their own purposes.
You have 30 seconds.
I'm sorry?
You have 30 seconds.
Okay. I'll call it quits for tonight. Thank you.
Bob Venezia, Parsippany. Rules for speaking during a public session of Parsippany's Town Council meetings are established by the members of the Town Council. For many years, anyone wishing to speak during the public session was required to identify themselves by name and address. About 5 years ago, based on his interpretation of Daniel's Law, the attorney for the previous administration recommended that the council require name only. The council adopted the attorney's recommendation, and the requirement of stating name only to speak during a public session stands today. Tonight, I'm requesting that the current council members reinstate the requirement for all speakers to be required to identify themselves by name and address. I checked videotapes of 3 nearby towns, Denville, Montville, Boonton, and all 3 require name and address. So clearly, the laws of the state of New Jersey do not prohibit that requirement. In addition, the council is not consistent with the Parsippany Board of Education, which also requires name and address. It seems like the only governing entity that does not require name and address is this one, the Parsippany Town Council. As representatives of Parsippany residents, the Town Council should always assign more weight to the opinions of its own residents. Opinions offered by non-residents reflect their own personal agendas, which may or may not coincide with the desires and needs of Parsippany. The only way to distinguish between residents and non-residents is by making everyone identify where they live. At the last Town Council meeting, I suspected that Mr. Anonymous was not a resident of Parsippany. It would have been nice if the council members and the public were made aware of his town of residence up front. So tonight, I ask the council to reinstate the requirement that speakers coming before the council must state their name and address. And I'm hoping that one of you now makes a motion to do just that. Thank you.
So I'll make a motion for that. Can we do that now?
You absolutely can.
I'll make a motion that I think we should know who comes to speak to us and makes requests of us.
We could, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, so motion made by Mr. McGrath, seconded by Ms. Hernandez, with the requirement to state your name and address, with the caveat, if you're under a Daniel's Law protection, you don't have to give your address. That's the caveat, obviously, right? We have a motion and we have a second. I'm gonna go into roll call. Mr. Coop. Yes,
Yeah,
Mr. Coop.
I'm gonna vote yes, but who's gonna
when someone comes up and they are protected under the Daniels Act, and they don't give their address,
Well, then we
they're
automatically.
gonna have to say,
Well,
I'm protected.
if they say, well, I have private reasons, I mean, I guess they could say that. There's no requirement that they must say they're under Daniels law, but I do think that if someone comes up, it's going to be a judgment call on a case-by-case basis. I mean, I don't really know how we can force someone to state that. But Mr. Karifi, you have a very valid question.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll vote yes.
Okay, so yes.
I'd like to ask a question before we vote. I wasn't on the previous council. Can I ask if we know why the previous attorney had?
Well, the reason is because of
advised?
the Daniels law, as Mr. Venezia had stated. Under Daniels law, there are people who are protected, as you know, Council Vice President, from, you know, their addresses. And so the attorney's recommendation was just to be on the safe side and not to expose anyone unnecessarily, to just have the name. Again, there is no specific legal requirement. The only legal requirement is in the event that you are a Daniels law, that your name, your address is not to be disclosed. But again, to Mr. Karifi's point, there is no specific way. We could make that requirement, but you can't force someone to state their address, as you saw from the last meeting. We can't even force someone to give their name.
Right. So I guess my only concern with this is, like Ms. Palmieri said, she doesn't like to be tracked. These videos are published online. I'm assuming you wouldn't feel comfortable giving your address on the public record on a video that's on the internet for anyone to find. And that's a very valid concern for quite a few folks.
So
My only concern is, if we're going to vote in this way, and I have no issue voting for reinstating, are we going to make it so if someone is unwilling and not protected,
you
that
can't.
they can't speak
No.
on the
So
record?
please understand, I just want to make everybody I just want to be very, very clear about this, is you can go ahead and make this motion, and we can have that requirement, but you cannot force any individual to state their name and address on the record if they say, I don't want to. And according to the Open Public Meetings Act, Open Public Meetings Law, regardless of that, they have to be given an opportunity to speak during public session, so long as they're not being a nuisance or creating a major disruption. So while, you know, I do understand your concerns, and I do understand the requirement of putting the name and address, whether I agree or disagree is not my place. My place is just to implement what you guys are asking. So if you guys are asking to have the name and address, we'd be more than happy to do so. But again, we can't force anyone. So if someone comes up and says, I'm not giving my name or address, we still have to give them the opportunity to speak. So with that being said, I said Mr. Karifi said yes. Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
I'm going to abstain, solely because I feel like it could, in the future, make people feel like they have to give their name and address and when they don't feel comfortable. So I'm going to abstain from this vote.
And Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 votes, passes. Motion passes. Moving along back to public session. Mr. Homiak, I was wondering, what's going on?
I have to give my name and address.
It's your choice for the record. See how you're gonna put
I'm
you
a
guys in a
resident
predicament
of the
now.
town of Parsippany-Troy Hills. My name is Nicholas Robert Theodore Humyik.
Look at that.
But I'm not going to give my street address, correct?
No, you can't speak then. No, just kidding.
Wouldn't that be a simple matter just to give your name and say, I am a resident of Parsippany, instead of saying I'm a resident 26 Oneida Avenue?
You can say that.
Instead of giving an exact address, just say you're a resident of the town?
Okay, go on.
All right, it says here, $74,478.27 for open space improvements. So it sounds like they have some kind of a list that they're gonna, apply, work orders or whatever. Does anyone know what these improvements, and where the open space will be? It's on the, first one.
What's the ordinance?
And that is the only question I have is, how exactly will that open space money be used, and what defines an improvement?
I think that's was that the
Is
one
that
for the,
number 195, Nick?
Project description, various capital improvements, says open space in between with 7 feet big going on.
Is that 195 though?
What,
Which one are you looking at, Nick? Can you just bring it over here, please?
He's looking at a list of
That's the
numbers.
ordinance, I know, what's the ordinance? Is the resolution here? Is what you're talking
Yeah,
about? Which one?
because
so that's,
there's a
that's,
conversion of roller
so
rinks.
that's canceling those funds. So those monies would go back into open space funds.
We go back into it.
But it says improvements.
It's canceling it. Read the title,
Yes.
the title, up and top, big, bold,
Very top. Right
the one that you don't need to squint at. Nope, all the way up,
Nick,
on
bring it-
top.
bring it over here. Look, Nick.
I can't read it.
I know, so it says here, it says, cancel.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No problem at
So,
all.
just to reiterate what that does. So what that does is there was probably a prior project, and that prior project came in under what was dedicated or encumbered. So this then frees that money back up and puts it back into the open space trust fund. It doesn't go anywhere else. You can't take open space money and sweep that into surplus. That goes back to open space.
All right, good, sounds good.
All right?
Mr. Schwartz.
Hello. Last time I was here, I had a question about the cable contract, and you said you would get back to me, and I can tell by that look on
Yeah,
your face that slipped your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back next time.
Yeah, that was the one resolution, right? Correct? That we passed? Yes.
Yes.
Cable contract?
I apologize. I apologize.
It's okay, I'm not gonna put your thumbs,
It's okay.
On some of the job listings and the salary ranges, I'm wondering, it says the minimum and the maximum. My question is, how many years does it take to get from the minimum to the maximum? Because some of these, here, I'll give you an example. A sergeant goes from 136 grand to 210 grand. How many years does it take for him to go from point A to the maximum? Because I know.
So that's a range.
I
So,
worked
sorry, Mr.
for
Schwartz.
the state.
Yeah.
And each year you got an incremental
Yeah,
increase.
yes, but that is a salary range. That's only to allow us, when we hire someone, to be able to hire them within that range. That doesn't necessarily mean that when we hire a sergeant at whatever that initial salary, they're
Yeah.
gonna get up to that salary. It only based on the individual's qualifications, their experience and whatnot, at what salary we're gonna be offering them. So this gives us more flexibility to be able to put people in the appropriate places with the appropriate compensation. So it is not essentially that he's going to start at A and get to B. Just a range.
But there are yearly increases, correct?
Yes, but
And that's via whatever contract they're working on.
Correct.
that's the other component, that the contract that gets, for, you pick the police officer.
Yeah.
So they're subject to their own collective bargaining agreement. So
Okay.
we could not pay them outside of that collective bargaining
Okay,
agreement,
all right.
right? So,
I live in the Farmstead area of town. I've been there for a little over 34 years. And, I walk the neighborhood at night, want to get a little exercise. And for years, it was no problem. There is a block called Farmstead, and between Roosevelt and Union, there is not one street light on that entire block. Now, in the years past, it wasn't a problem, it's a safe neighborhood, I'd like it here. But now, you have people on e-bikes in dark clothing, riding on that street that has no street lighting, and you can't hear them because the bikes are virtually silent,
you can't see them because they're in dark clothing. What's the possibility of getting some street lighting up so that we don't get run over by a street bike? I think, I don't think I'm asking too much.
Farmstead between Roosevelt and Union, right?
I'd like to reserve my time. Say opposite the Applebee's. It's on 46.
Let them use this mic. No, it's
I
not
don't
that
know.
mic though. It's still going.
I have a big voice. No, just give us a few minutes.
Hello? Okay, on Route 46, both east and west, in the area between Beverwick and Baldwin, there are a series of power poles, some of which are leaning at a steep angle. They have all the transformers mounted on one side of the pole. I saw Jersey Central doing some work, replacing some poles in that general area. I thought those would be replaced too. So my question is, who reports which poles have to be looked at to JCP&L?
You have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're asking the poles that are on the road, if there's issues, who would report them?
Anybody could report them.
Yeah, anyone can report them, or you
Yeah.
can notify the township, and the township can report it to JCP&L, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because some of these are leaning at a rather steep angle right now.
Well, Mr. Suarez, if anything like that, if you can always contact the JCP&L, or you can contact my office, and we
Okay.
can always reach out to them.
All right, I just needed to know if there was a formal procedure to have.
And many of the poles usually have an identifier number on it.
Yes.
So that's the number you use?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know if you knew that. Yep.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice evening.
Okay, seeing no one else, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the public session.
Motion. Second.
Wait.
I have a question about Parsippany Road. We have two Laminax plazas in Northmont. Now, if you're coming up and you're going north, okay. What, you can't hear me? I'm not loud enough? When you're coming over, you come up the bridge to come over. That is Suicide Road, trying to get over. Can we get some signs, merge traffic, put over there? Down by the gazebo? Or before that?
Laminax Plaza?
Before that, as you're coming up there, there's that light. And it's a two-way road, two roads, what do you call it? You have a line,
Oh, when they
a
merge.
sign
When they
yeah.
merge.
going into the
Delana place.
the big,
Yeah.
the apartments and everything. Turn left there.
Why can't we get something? I've nearly been thrown off of the road with these idiots that come up at the light, and they are gonna race you, push you over. Out of the step up first. I noticed that down in Denville, Mountain Lakes, they have signs, merge. Let these people know if they're not from the area. Put a stupid sign up, because somebody's gonna get killed there.
Yeah.
I know
Okay, we
several
should,
of my
we should let the
neighbors
engineer
that
know.
travel back
Yeah, I was gonna
and
talk to the engineer about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
forth say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you get up there, and you stop at the light, and then all of a sudden you go, and you tell the people coming on the other side, come right over, push you over.
Good suggestion, Janet. We'll talk to the engineer.
We will talk to them. Anyone else? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion to close the public session.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath? Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Floor is closed. Consent agenda. Be it resolved, all items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council, will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Can I please have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Approval of minutes. Can I please have a motion to approve the minutes above?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi?
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Yes.
Mr. McGrath?
Yes.
Ms. Patel?
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving on to presentations and reports. Mayor?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This week, we launched Ideas for Change, a new way for Parsippany residents to have a direct voice in shaping our township. Residents can submit ideas and what their neighbors are proposing and vote on ideas they believe could make Parsippany better. I always believe that government works best when it listens to the people it serves. Good ideas don't only come from town halls, elected officials, or the loudest voices in the room. Sometimes the best ideas come from a resident who simply sees something that we can do better. That is what Ideas for Change is about, giving everyone a seat at the table and creating a respectful conversation around solutions. And it costs Parsippany taxpayers $0. Change.org is covering the cost of the program. So please take 2 minutes, share an idea, vote on someone else's, and help us build a better Parsippany together. The website is ideasforchange.org/Parsippany, but it is also on our social media, on Facebook and other Instagram and LinkedIn. So please go check that out. Thursday, September 3rd, we are hosting a constituent fair. We will have town departments, county and federal offices will be represented, and you can get your license renewed right with me. Mine expires at the end of this month, so please come here. We can have a truck parked outside, and you don't have to go to the DMV, no appointments, just show up and they will take care of you right away, immediately. Registrations do not necessarily license, but anything with motor vehicles, so please stop by. Housing enforcement. Many residents have commented on social media about posts advertising rooms for rent to individuals and in some cases entire families. I want residents to know that our housing department does a fantastic job with enforcement. They monitor these advertisements, follow up when appropriate, and take actions when violations are identified. If you see something that concerns you, please continue to report it to housing. We would much rather look into something than not know about it. There you go. Well, I'll take a quick moment and just continue. I had the opportunity recently to join many mayors around the round table to discuss best practices that we can bring to Parsippany and vice versa. For example, I had the opportunity to review drones as a first responder, a program to enhance public safety, something that Mount Olive is already implementing. The second is a property tax rebate program that encourages residents to shop locally while earning rebates that can be applied towards their property taxes. We are working this out to see exactly how we can implement this in Parsippany. A generous donation to the PAL. The Morris County Car Show donated an incredible $20,000 to the Parsippany Police Athletic League, PAL, last week to help expand youth programs and recreational opportunities in our community. And I'll tell you what, this car show in Parsippany gets packed. The attendance is off the charts. I may have to stop by there one day, especially since I was lucky enough to have a mom who never threw out my baseball cards. Apparently she knew something I did not. So thank you to the Morris County Car Show for giving back to our community and supporting our kids. Our summer concert series continues. Our summer concert series continues every Thursday through September 3rd, and I encourage everyone to come out at least once. There's really something for everyone: live music, food trucks, bounce houses, lawn games, ice cream, and most importantly, a great opportunity to spend an evening with family, friends, and neighbors. You might even discover a new favorite band like I did last week and every week. So come join us this Thursday. Also, Farmers Market has been extended till November 20th. So please, it's every Friday and it's extended till November 20th. Summer movie series, something new that we are starting. We are planning 2 outdoor movie nights at Veterans Memorial Park on Saturday, August 29th and Saturday, September 12th. So please look for information that we're going to put out real soon. We will announce the movies and additional details later this week, so stay tuned. Mount Tabor Children's Day. Last year, I attended Mount Tabor's Children's Day as a candidate. This year, I had the privilege of returning as mayor. Friday night featured the coronation of the King and Queen, along with performances by residents of all ages. On Saturday, the celebration continued with a parade through Mount Tabor's winding streets, some spectacular floats, and a concert in the park followed by fireworks. It is one of these wonderful community traditions that bring generations together. I had a great time being part of it again this year. Next is building relationship with unions. I recently had the opportunity to visit our local International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers to see firsthand the professional training and educational opportunities they provide. I was impressed by the operation and their commitment to recruiting and preparing people for successful careers. I also attended a meeting with representatives from several other trades, including carpenters, laborers, and sheet metal workers. One of my goals is to build a strong working relationship with our unions and help them succeed in Parsippany. Just as importantly, I want young people to understand that a traditional 4-year college is not the only path to a successful career. The skilled trades offer tremendous opportunities, and we should make sure our residents, especially our younger generations, know those opportunities are available to them right here in Parsippany. One busy Saturday in Parsippany last weekend. So last Saturday was a great example of diversity and energy of our community. In the morning, Parsippany hosted a celebration marking India's 80th Independence Day and America's 250th anniversary. We had a tremendous turnout from Parsippany and surrounding communities, with cultural programs and speeches, food vendors, local organizations, and families coming together to celebrate freedom, culture, and community. Later that afternoon, Veterans Memorial Park became the site of the Guinness World Records achievement. More than 1,300 American flags, surrounded by Indian flags, were arranged to form the number 250. That you can see from above, earning us the Guinness World Record title for the largest flagpole number while commemorating America's 250th anniversary and India's 80th Independence Day. The event was organized by the Consulate General of India in New York in partnership with the Federation of Indian Associations of New Jersey and New York, with support from Zoho. We were honored to welcome Lieutenant Governor Dale Caldwell, Congresswoman Annalilia Mahia, Consul General of India in New York, Binaya Pradhan, and County Clerk Ann Grossi, Councilman Chris Russo, Sheriff James Gannon, Kelly Doucette, the COO of New Jersey, Councilman Matt McGrath, and Ankur Vaidya, the Chairman of the Federation of Indian Associations. It was quite a Saturday for Parsippany and another opportunity to showcase our township to people well beyond our borders. Finally, I had the opportunity to stop by the Parsippany High School Applebee's fundraiser, spend time talking with the students and supporters. I especially enjoyed talking with the high school students, asking what instruments they play, how summer was going, and hearing about what they are looking forward to this school year. Sometimes being mayor is about meetings, budget, roads, and policies, and sometimes it is simply about showing up, talking to our young people, and letting them know that our community is behind them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Township Council?
We just have the Economic Advisory Committee vote, so do we make a motion for that?
We need a motion and a second.
Okay, I'll make a motion to appoint Vina Solomon
Okay,
to
so
the
we
Economic Committee.
have a motion appointing Ms. Solomon, Vina Solomon. Could I please have a second on that motion? I need a second. Okay, seeing there's no second, motion will die, just so everybody knows.
Why is that?
Okay, so seeing there's no second at this point, the motion is going to die, Ms. Hernandez, so we'll have to revisit that at the next meeting.
Yeah.
Anybody else from Town Council? Okay, seeing no one, moving along to Township Attorney.
None.
Okay, and I do not have any reports. So we are moving along to ordinances, first reading. Ordinance 2026-32, an ordinance amending Chapter 405, Vehicles and Traffic, Section 11, stopping or standing prohibited on certain streets of the Code of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills, Morris County, New Jersey. Be it resolved that the above ordinance be introduced, read by title, and passed on first reading at a meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills held on August 18, 2026, and that said ordinance be further considered as second reading and final passage at a meeting held on September 15, 2026, at 7 p.m. prevailing time or soon thereafter, as the matter may be reached, the municipal building in said township, at which time all persons interested shall be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance. Be it further resolved that the clerk be authorized and directed to advertise said ordinance with the notice of introduction thereof being published in the official newspaper according to law. May I please have a motion to approve the above resolution?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving along to the non-consent agenda. Warrant 2026-191 to cancel unexpended dedicated balances of water capital appropriations. Can I have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-192, providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality pursuant to NJSA 40A:87, National Opioid Settlement. May I please have a motion to approve the above resolution?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-193, providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality pursuant to NJSA 40A:87, Pedestrian Safety Grant. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-194, providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality pursuant to NJSA 48:87, Highway Safety, Click It or Ticket. Motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-195, authorizing the expenditure of municipal open space, recreation, and farmland, and historic preservation trust fund monies for the conversion of the roller hockey rink to pickleball courts. Motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
No.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-196, approving a new amusement games license for Birdie's Hot Chicken. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-197, authorizing the expenditure of municipal open space, recreation, and farmland and historic preservation trust fund monies for the grant match for the Stickley Museum site plan project. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call. Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-198, authorizing the purchase of one 2027 Ford F-350 4x4 SD Super Cab with options. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Karifi, seconded by Mr. Kavanaugh. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
And Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passed. R 2026-199, authorizing award of a contract to Underground Utilities Corporation for the Puddingstone Heights Sanitary Sewer Improvements Phase 3 project. Motion to approve the above resolution.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh. Mr.
Yes.
McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. R 2026-200, authorizing the Township of Parsippany-Troy Hills to apply and accept funds from the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs under the FY 2026 Recreational Opportunities for Individuals with Disabilities Royd Grant Program. Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Ms. Patel. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. Approval of payroll and bills list. CFO Angelica Sabatini recommends authorization for payment. Number one, authorizes payment of the August 28, 2026 regular and miscellaneous payroll estimated at $1,650,000. And number two, payment of bills from voucher list of 8/18/26 estimated to be $3,532,512.45. Can I please have a motion to approve the authorization for payment?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
Motion passes. And may I please have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Mr. Kavanaugh, seconded by Mr. Karifi. Roll call, Mr. Karifi.
Yes.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Mr. McGrath.
Yes.
Ms. Patel.
Yes.
Ms. Hernandez.
Yes.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
And-